let's talk about Rosecraft. What's going on out there? This is Luvthemknives channel, and we got the Rosecraft MA-11 in OD green, black PVD, steel frame. It's a frame lock, ceramic bearings. Whew. And we've got tip up or tip down carry, right? Or left hand. Now, when I was talking to Andy, who's the designer of this knife, he was saying, really wanted to make something that's really rough and tough for hard use for maybe, first responders and people like that don't have a lot of money to spend, but they want a good solid knife. And you know what? This might be it, right? You got that Tanto blade. It's tough, reinforced tip, 3.2 millimeter blade stock, ambidextrous thumb studs, a hardened, a steel, not, just a liner, but a full steel frame lock, locking up there. And let me look around here because it's hard to see. But that's a pretty good lock up there. I'm thinking that's like 35%. Oh, it's not light. It's in the 6 ounce range, somewhere in there. But it feels good in the hand. The ergos are good. It's tall enough to really fit in the mitts. And then you got a nice big lanyard hole here. Open design, easy to clean. Lots of standoffs here for a pretty structural feel. It feels strong, right? So there's that. And the action snaps open. Yeah. It's not weak. And detent's pretty good too. So yeah, it's not gonna fall open in your pocket. Come on, there we go. Oh, so yeah, detent's plenty strong there. Comes in a little box. Here's kind of what it says. MA-11, okay, OD, so it's OD green, that kind of thing. And they're really inexpensive, like $56, something like that. Yeah, 56. 3.2 millimeter blade, 3.2 inch RPM or AR RPM 9 blade. Okay, that proprietary type steel that Artisan has developed. In fact, I heard somewhere that maybe Artisan was doing these, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. But here it is, 6.8 ounces, and designed by Andy. 4-way, clip, tip up, tip down, blah, blah, blah. Ambidextrous thumb studs. All right. So, and then here, I think this was a layout of the full, black coated steel, 4.7 inches closed. And let's get the scale out. And what do we got? Ooh, that's 198 grams. It's just under 200 grams. So it'd be for heavy use, right? That's 7 ounces right there. What did they say? What did they say on here? 6 point what? 6 point something ounces. But it was, is all of that, isn't it? Oh yeah, baby. And, well, does it cut anything? Let's find out. Get a piece of paper here. Okay. So this is that AR RPM 9. Okay, so it's a stainless, kind of a, now with this Tanto. Okay, there we go. If I'd have got a real piece of paper, it might have been helpful. AR RPM 9 is like an enhanced 9CR18 kind of thing, is what my understanding is. So it's a true stainless, right? And there she be. So no, not expensive. I don't know of any of their knives that are very expensive. And then they have traditionals and non-traditional. This is the non-traditional. These are the or modern type knives. And then they have slip joints, that kind of thing. And their slip joint knives are really nice, and they're really inexpensive too, okay? So Rosecraft, wow. They came out of the gate, but I think these guys have a background with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, etc., etc. So they've been in the knife world for years and years, and then decided, let's do this. And I think they're going to be building some facilities and maybe making knives in the U.S. I think maybe that's in their long-term goals. But right now, here's what we got. And so take a look. I put the link to their website where you can check out all the different knives that they have. So they got the modern ones like this, and they've got the slip joints with the bone, you know, jig bone and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, you ought to, you know, I'll put the link to the other Rosecraft reviews that I've done down below so you can check those out as well. And I'm going to be staying on top of it to see, you know, they got Swags, you know, doing designs. And so she has done some really good designs too, right? She's done some for other knife companies before. And so that's helpful. And they've got a, you know, a queue of designers, and then maybe doing some collaboratives as well. But AR RPM 9 steel on their budget knives, G10 steel frame lock on this one. So this is a roughy tufty, you know, heavy use type knife that should work well for you. It's definitely not light, okay? It's not light. But the ergos are pretty good. I mean, right here. And then this pass-through is pretty easy to disengage the, right here, the flipper. Flipper's not jimped, but it's big enough. It's easy to find and pretty intuitive. And so if these frame locks, steel frame locks, are ones that you like and you like the Tanto, then this might be something up your alley, at least for a hard use knife around. You know, I've got a lot of smaller knives that are medium to light use. This would be a little bit more intense right here. This is definitely feels the heft, and with this steel frame, and it's contoured, right? And contoured G10, but yeah, she feels all the stuff on here. Not overly long though, so it shouldn't take up too much room in your pocket, but it is all that, isn't it? Now check it out. Let's get the finals on here as far as, yeah, 3.25 here, 3.15 here, out here 7 3/4, a little bit over that maybe, and then almost 20 centimeters, not quite though, long overall length. Okay, and then thick, it doesn't feel that thick. Yeah, 11.7, 0.46. So no, it's not that thick as far as taking up a lot of that, but 0.11, I got, yeah, 3.1. They're saying 3.2. Okay, I'll go with that. But no, this is not real thick this way, but it's got heft to it, and it's got height to it, so it fills your hand that way. But yeah, it is comfortable. Reverse grip is comfortable as well. Yeah, the MA-11. What do you think? Rosecraft. Gonna do a bunch more coming in the future, and they just keep coming out with new models all the time. But this one, intriguing. It's, you know, with the coated blade, the OD green, it kind of looks pretty tactical, that kind of thing. So maybe it is well suited for maybe a good budget carry for a first responder, that kind of thing, etc. Okay, guess we got to take it apart from the front because we can't do that from the back. And okay, that's not difficult. Got that out. What are these? Let me see. We got number 6s. Okay. There's 1. There's 2. Okay. Give it a little crank. And what do we got going here? And number 3. And there we go. Should that be it? That should be it. And there's the underneath of the OD green scale. So this is presentation side. Now what do we got going on in here? Okay. Should this be a problem? Nope, guess not. And here comes the liner. Now this liner is, yeah, you got a flattened side, so obviously captured pivot. And this is not skeletonized. Maybe it could be. It might help with the weight issue a little bit. Could have maybe even done a little bit over here. I don't know. I'm not an engineer or whatever, so I guess that's something that they had to decide. Here this pivot comes from the back, and yeah, so it goes through to the front, and that's where it captures right there. Okay. And then you've got ceramic bearings right here, so not a problem there. Come off of there. There you go. And your ceramic bearings. Okay. There it is. That wasn't very difficult to disassemble right there. These standoffs, check them out. They're pretty sturdy, aren't they? Pretty sizable. So, okay. That is what that is, but there's your disassembly. I mean, look at that blade stop. What is that? What is that? Whew. That's a hell of a blade stop, isn't it? 4.8 millimeter. Not a 1/4 inch thick, but not far off of that. Wow, that's a monster. Wow. Okay, the MA-11. Yeah, that's a little bit better action on there. Ceramic bearings. Yeah, wasn't difficult to disassemble. So should be easy to maintain and clean, that kind of thing. But definitely a heavy or a heavier duty type knife. Definitely feels like that to me, for sure, okay? So, Rosecraft, check them out. Leave the link down below. And you guys, stay sharp.